Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. This is the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. We start here with chapstick. Today is going to be, I have my notes here. This is Makeup Queens Challenge from on Instagram. Lynette chose the colors. I will have her Instagram below. And the Makeup Queens Challenge overall was initiated by Lorraine Johnson Coleman, and I will put her Instagram channel below as well. And so let me try and work on talking. It feels like it's been a while since I did an entire face, and so I already know I'm going to chop up this video a lot because I'm not even sure like what's going on right now. And if you do hear noise, thumping, banging, maintenance is up in the attic, crawl space, whatever you want to call that. And I live on the 3rd floor, so it's right above my apartment. So the colors we were to use were yellow/gold, silver/white, gray, blue, or brown. And we didn't have to use all the colors. You can just pick a few. But me, y'all know me, you give me a list of colors, I'm gonna try and incorporate all of them. So what I am going to be using is the Natasha Denona Eyeshadow Palette 10, because all of the shade, well, not because of all the shades, what the finish is, but yes, I'm switching sentences. Sorry, not sorry. So it has grays, it has blue, it has gold, it has something that can pass for a white, and you have a brown. So this was the first palette that I thought of. Well, no, it wasn't, because it took me a while to think, like, what do I have to have those colors? But anyway, let me get started. So I am going to do a full face. I have everything out. I think I have my brushes out. So we're just going to get started. Milk Hydro Grip Face Primer. I'm going to put that on my, oh shoot, no, we're not going to do that. Every time I go to pump it, it doesn't pump. I remember that I haven't used it yet because I've still been using the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer, which I really actually like. So that's there. We're going to use our makeup, Rare Beauties foundation brush. We're going to take our NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Medium Dark 2 Caramel. Now, so if you hear talking, because maintenance is out there, I can hear them, and I hear banging. Rare Beauties concealer brush. Do you hear that noise? I'm hoping I'll be able to cut most of it out. Depends on how much I'm talking in this video. Gonna put a little bit of that around my nose, which as you can see is still red. I am still using the ointment that they said to use, but I don't know. I'm wondering if there's something in one of my skincare items that's not agreeing with this area under my nose. Do I even want to do like foundation and stuff? Because I'm digging this right here. Yeah, we're going to do it. Damn it. All right. Estee Lauder Stay in Place Makeup. This is the Double Wear Foundation 4W1 Honey Bronze. We're going to use the same brush we used for primer. And we're going to dot this on and then go back and blend it in. This side has the foundation. This side does not. So we're going to do this side. This is a really good match for me right now. And I can wear this one or the 4 in 2, which is Spiced Sand, year round. But depending on, I guess, how much sun I've been getting, one or the other may suit me better. But because they both nail my undertone, whichever one I wear, I may or may not just need to use a bronzer, which is awesome. Because when I was using the Makeup Forever HD foundation, I was using a different shade every 2.5, 3 months. And I'm like, this is too expensive to keep doing this. And so I was really happy to finally find a foundation that matched my undertone. Like, it nails my undertone. And that's why I can still use it with or without a bronzer all year round. If you have a foundation you can wear all year round, let me know below, because I often wonder, and I know a lot of people mix foundations. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to spend over 40 bucks for a foundation and then have to buy 2 of them. just to mix them, because that's like $80. Well, 80 plus. I still have a lot left on here. So we're going to set that aside. We're going to take a little bit more of the concealer, the same one we used earlier. Same brush we used earlier. And this concealer is my perfect shade because it does match my skin tone. And one thing that keeps me, well, the thing that keeps me from experimenting with different concealers, especially drugstore, is that if it doesn't match, I'm stuck with something that doesn't match, and I feel like I'm wasting money. I'm going to take the Fashion Fair Set It Loose powder in Truly Tawny. I'm going to set under the eye first, and then I'm going to use it to set my face. Serious question. The way my face looks now, does this look like it was worth the effort versus when I just had concealer on under my eyes and around my nose? Because that look I was digging. I mean, yes, I do see this evens it out and smooths it out, but color-wise, did it really make that much of a difference? And I'm not easily offended. So if it does, let me know. And if it doesn't, let me know that too. Because there are a lot of times when I do concealer under my eyes and around my nose, I'm like, do I want to put foundation on? Like how I was a few minutes ago. We're going to use the Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Glow palette. We're going to use this one on the high points of our cheekbones. This on top of that. This as a bronzer / contour and blush. And this as a cheek highlight. This is the Glow Cream base. This is a Fenty brush. We're going to take Super Glow, the one next to it. We're going to take the blush and bronzer powder. This one is super dusty. See all that in there? I do remember I need to go in with a really light hand with this one. And instead of swiping, I'm just picking up the excess that's in here because this one is like really dusty. We're going to flip this brush over and go into the Glow Impact powder, which is supposed to be a highlight. So that's just going to go right here. I'm not even sure like what this is for unless you just want extra shine, because you still see the glow from the cream base and the Super Glow. So this to me is just a little redundant unless you just want to add extra sparkle. Well, not extra sparkle, but extra shine. Like if you're going out at night and you want to just kind of freshen it up. So to me, it seems a little redundant. And this right here is so dusty. It's like even over here on this side. All right, so we're done with that. I'm going to take the brush I use for face powder with nothing extra on it. And just do this. Avoiding where the cream is, even though we put a powder on top of it. Fenty Brow MVP in Soft Black. This is as close as they're going to get to being sisters today. Primer eye with Fenty eyeshadow primer. Going to blend that out with the Sephora Pro Stippling Concealer Brush. This is number 52. Open into the palette. We're going to take this shade here. I will put the shade names below because the shade names are on here. Instead of flipping back and forth making noise, I'll just list them below. So that's going to go here. I really like this palette. I had no intentions on ever purchasing this palette. I had seen it on her website. It's no longer available. But I had seen it on her website for $45 under her special offers page. And this is like a $95 palette. And the reason I never thought to get it was because it is all metallic, all pearl. And I do have a preference of just using one palette for an entire look. I'm realizing now I don't mind digging into different palettes. It just takes me thought to sit and go through different palettes and see what colors I can use to go with what. Challenges like this do help me to come out of my comfort zone and do that. Excuse me, like my voice is sounding weird to me and it's throwing me off when I'm trying to talk. But then I seen it on sale for $45 and I'm like, I'll get it. And I really like it. I'm glad I did. We're going to take this blue and we're going to put that on the center of the lid. This that I use for the inner corner shade is a Makeup Forever number 234 brush. And it says Straight and Wavy on it. This is Hourglass number 3 brush. And again, we're going into this blue. I'm going to put that on the center of our lid. I do have a playlist using this palette if you're interested in seeing some of those looks. I take my lid colors up into my crease area because if I don't, you won't see it because of all the puffiness that goes on my lids. I'm going to sweep in between to blend these two shades together. Some will say I have hooded eyes. Some will say I have a standard eye shape. Some will say it's partially hooded because of the puffiness. And so I'm not really even sure how to identify my eye shape, but does it really matter? I mean, for some it might. I do know they're not fully hooded. So I'll just say partially hooded because of the puffiness. That's what I'll say from now on. Okay, we blended that in between. We're going to go back to that first brush, no additional shadow, and we're going to pull that over just to further, I was going to say perfect the blend, but my blends are never perfected. But just to help the blend look more seamless. Okay, I'm liking it, I'm liking it. We're going to now take this brown shade here and we're going to use a Scott Barnes number 63 brush, and that's going to go on our outer corner and over into the crease. This almost doesn't even look like a metallic or pearl or whatever, whichever one it is, but I will put below what the finish is along with the shade names and the placement. So if you do have this palette, you can recreate it, or if you just have similar colors, it doesn't matter what the shade names are. And we're going to sweep that over on top of that blue line, that blue edge. I'm not really liking how this is looking right here. Yeah, I'm not really liking how that's looking. I was thinking it was a deeper brown, but it's kind of like a, to me, it looks almost now like an olivey brown, not like a brown brown. I don't even know if I'm making sense. And I know I've said in a few videos my color perception is off sometimes. So I'll think something looks one way, and then as I start to use it, I'm like, that's not how it looked in my mind before I started. And then when I look at the color again, like earlier it looked brown, but now it's looking like kind of olivey. Maybe it's a brown with a green base. I don't know. So you will never see me do an eye look and talk about, oh, this is this color and there's this undertone and blah, 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 because I honestly don't know. We're going to go back with the brush that had the blue on it, and we're not adding any shadow. We're just going to pat in between where that line is because I'm not liking how that's looking. But I do think I'm going to end up putting a gray here. I'm going to pull that blue over again, still no additional shadow on the brush, because I'm not liking how that's looking. I was going to use this light gray, but we're going to go into this shade here, which is also gray. This, looking at it tilted this way, even that way, it looks like this is gray with a bluish base. This to me looks more slate gray. I don't know. I need help with colors, but then I'm 51, like, so it doesn't matter. Like, I've made it this long in life. not being able to identify colors properly. So we're just going to create an outer V. This is an Esom V31 brush. And so we're going to just do an outer V. So we're going to come straight down and then bring that in. Straight down and bring that in. So we're creating a V, a sideways V. And that's why it's called an outer V. We're going to go back with the brush that had the brown on it, no additional shadow, and we're just going to sweep that over a little bit. We're going to go back with the brush that had the blue, no additional shadow, and sweep that over towards the edge. I'm not liking how that brown is looking, that's why I'm doing all of this. Take this shade here on our inner tear duct area. I am so awkward. Did you just see that? Like, why did I just do all that motion? When I do inner tear duct area, I was gonna say inner corner, but it's my tear duct. When I do my tear duct area, I do what I call wrapping. So I put it here, take it up a little bit, come to the tear duct and bring it down like this. I don't like when it's just like a piece of color here or the color here and then it comes down here, because usually it ends up further down than the lower lash line color. And so I don't care for that look on myself. And so that's why for this, I go above and below my tear duct area. So you see how that wraps around? So that's why I do that, and I call it wrapping. I don't know what it's called. I want to do something to further blend this, and so what am I going to do? I'm looking at something. It just caught my eye. This is the Viseart Neutral Matte Milieu palette. We're going to take this shade here with our transition area, just to further buff out this line, particularly over here in the corner. And we're just going to buff this a little bit. But I wanted to do something over here without disrupting the color. So I'm going in small circular motions. And this shade is a little more mustardy than my skin tone, because you can see it, but it doesn't really change much the shadow that's next to it unless I intentionally like overlap it. If I overlap this shade, it will change the shade of the color underneath it. And so I'm trying to be careful not to do that. It's good for, like, if I came out too far with that gray shade, this would really help tone that down and kind of blend it in. But I'm happy with that. Tapping in a little bit, and I am only using a little bit. This video is going to be long, I can tell, because I keep talking, because I'm wanting to explain like why I'm doing what I'm doing. Sephora, let me turn it where I can read it. Retractable waterproof eyeliner, and this is in the shade number 15, which is Slate. We're going to use that as a base for our lower lash line colors instead of a primer. I'm going to take the NYX retractable eyeliner in MPE 14 Deep Blue, and we're going to put this on our lower and our upper waterline. If that looks freaky, let me know. Opening my eyes wide like that and looking down. Or even when I did my lower rims, eyes wide open and looking up. But I do that so I don't have to pull on my under eye area. Q-tips, eyes are tearing. I'm just going to put that here. Here. We're going to go back into the palette. We're going to take the blue and we're going to put that on the first portion of our lower lash line. Well, I should say the first half of our lower lash line. This is a Makeup Forever number 210 brush. We're going to take a clean one. And we're going to go into this shade and put this on the lower lash line on the outer corner. We're going to connect it, even though it's not going to stay connected because my eyes tear. We're going to go back to our transition shade and we're going to buff that. I must say it feels good, like doing the whole face. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for my lips though. I'm trying to think, and it's not working out too well. I still don't have an answer. Oh, I think I got liner in my eye, or shadow or something. We're gonna take Still a Smudge Pot in black for our upper lash line. We're not going all the way in because I want that brightness to stay there. And I'm not going to wing liner or anything because I'm liking how this look is and I don't want to mess it up. I'm happy with this look. We're going to take Lancome Sills Boost mascara base, which is actually just a mascara primer, but they call it mascara base. We're going to do both our top and bottom lashes. I do dip back in between eyes. Fenty Full Frontal Mascara, and because I'm black, I do have other mascaras to try, but for the purpose of this look, I'm just using tried and true things. And also, I don't want to open up a new mascara yet because you're supposed to toss them, I think, after 3 months. And so I want to get as much use out of the mascaras as possible, especially since I don't do eye looks every day. And sometimes when I do eye looks, I don't even use mascara. I didn't realize that I was really lying when I said, I'm going to do Vlogmas. It'll encourage me and motivate me to do an eye look every day, to challenge myself to do makeup every day. Y'all been seeing my videos, full troll, chapstick, and that's it. Vlogmas is hectic. A lot of time editing is very time consuming, and it is quicker just to come on and just talk about something or to show a haul or whatever versus doing an eye look and then spending the amount of time it takes to edit that. Because when I just do a video talking about something, as long as I don't stumble over my words too much, it's not too much to edit. And those videos tend to be shorter anyway, so the editing process is a lot quicker. I like this look. What are we going to do for lips? Right now we're going to wipe off chapstick. I'm tempted to just go really light with the lips, which I know is weird, right? This is the Fenty Stunner in Unveil. Shaking it up. I know I've been so much on Ofra lately and avoiding, not avoiding, but neglecting my stunners. And so we're going to do that today. And brown was one of the colors. My lips almost look even because they're not symmetrical. I have a video showing how not symmetrical my face is from one half to the other. I think it's hilarious. Not the idea that my face isn't symmetrical, but me just doing a video pointing everything out. Because most people don't point out things that are not perfect with their face. But I'm a troll, and I accept it, and I'm cute as hell. I love this look. If you're still here, thank you. I know this video is long. You know, I forgot to even spray my face, and I'm not even going to spray my face. And I'm not even sweating. There's no glow right here where it usually is. Lynette, thank you for these colors that you chose. The picture was beautiful. This does not look like the picture, but these are the colors. Thank you, Lorraine, for initiating the Makeup Queens Challenge all those months ago. I have fun doing these challenges, and it did feel really good today to just sit down and actually do a full face of makeup. And it looks good, because sometimes my looks be looking really jacked up. And so I'm really excited about that. I will put their links below, so please check out their Instagram. And you are free to do the Makeup Queens Challenge. It's not exclusive. Everybody's welcome. The more the merrier. And this is beautiful. And I'm loving this cheek face whatchamajigga thingy too. I am really digging this. Okay, I'm gonna go. I am just super excited. I think this looks awesome. These are all the brushes that I use. Who else uses all these brushes? So I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching, and you will see me in the next video.